Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. I am sure a lot of you might have seen the debate that happened yesterday, right? And you also went down on how Donald Trump performed and how Kamala Harris performed too. Kamala Harris did a great job, and why the whole thing was going on, I was able to understand her policy, what she stands for. And at the same time, the other person was not. I think he was like being shady. And he told a lot of lies during that debate, which was very obvious. And a lot of people also saw it, right? And the truth is that while I was trying to gather like what to my stage for this, and I saw a lot of people, I mean, talking about how Donald Trump nailed it, how he did better than Kamala Harris and all that. And one thing I am going to ask is that why are some people acting blind when they are not blind, right? So you all already know that there is something that has that it's like trending now about Haitians. They said in Springfield, Haitians they eat cats and dogs, right? Of all things that is bothering your country, the best he came up with was people, the immigrants, eating dogs and cats. I mean, that is really crazy. But you know what? Stay glued. Let's get it.
You connect me to the immigration department, please. Thank you. Hello. Yeah, I just want to know where I need to turn myself in at. Yeah, because I ate a few cats in my day, so I don't want to get in no trouble. So I can turn myself in. I just need to know where do I need to go. I didn't know eating cat was illegal. Okay. I'll see you in a few. Yes, can you?
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat, eat the cat. Eat the cat, eat the cat. Eat the cat, eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
And ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
People on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television said my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
The people on
I'm taking it from
television
the
saying
city
the
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President
find
Harris,
out.
I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
Talk about extreme.
All right, so let's talk about the debate. First thing we got to talk about is the greatest own of the night.
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now.
Let's be real, that was perfect. Now, I'm not going to play like that wasn't rehearsed, but hey, he still got to do it. And that was the complete domination of the night. Now, let's talk about the actual format. ABC should be ashamed because this was a 1v3. Like, if you were actually watching the debate, you would see that any time that Trump finished talking, they immediately gave Kamala Harris a chance to respond. And then any time Kamala Harris finished talking, Trump had to fight to be able to respond to what she said. There was also all the times where Trump said something and the moderators started arguing with him about it. But then Kamala Harris said some shit that was obviously complete and total bullshit. And they didn't say a fucking word. You know, it probably doesn't hurt that one of the moderators is one of her oldest and closest friends. So there's that. For example, when they were talking about Aurora, moderators tried to say that Venezuelan gangs didn't take over an apartment complex. Meanwhile, just earlier today, the owner of that apartment complex sold it to a Venezuelan gang who had previously been extorting his people for money. There was also this topic I'm not diving into. But also, she even tried to make the claim, that old claim that has already been debunked so many fucking times, that Donald Trump said the white supremacists were good people. Sorry, Kamala, but even Snopes says you're full of shit. I mean, she even bombed the first question she was asked. She just didn't answer it. She just talked about other random shit. They made sure to keep Trump on topic over and over and over again. They made sure they hammered those points home for Trump. They made sure they argued with him when they thought he was wrong. Let's be real. This was the debate. This was ABC. Just fucking eating it for Kamala Harris. Oh, and the best part is I know all the liberals are going to come on TikTok and say Kamala Harris won that debate. They did a poll after that and 92% think Trump won. So look, was this debate as much of a domination as the one against Biden? No, but Biden was dying. Biden didn't know he was there. So good for Kamala Harris for being better than a dude with dementia. Kamala Harris didn't say a single thing that would inspire anyone to vote for her. She didn't change a single fucking mind. She just managed to not get completely destroyed. But I will say once again that I really enjoyed this part.
Big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now.
Also, this topic.
There are three things that liberals ride for: gay people, animals, and black people, in that order. But when it comes down to trying to destroy America, they turn their back on all three. They ride for Palestine, even though the Palestinian people do not like gay people. They tell you that Black Lives Matter until they're oversaturating black neighborhoods with illegal immigrants. And social media is full of liberals laughing today at Trump's claims of these animals being harmed when it's been proven that this is true. Well, we know who rode the short bus to school, and the only thing I can say is that the 80s crack babies are grown.
Donald Trump, during that debate, got behind that podium and tried to tell y'all that black immigrants are eating cats and dogs. And all I have to say to y'all is don't let nobody that descend from motherfuckers that used to eat our skin and bones, wrote books about how to delicacy black human beings, tell you a goddamn fucking thing, okay? And at the end of the day, we speaking on cats and dogs. I want you to know they be licking the dog booty hole. Be fucking the dog booty hole. Be kissing the dog all in the mouth and proud. There are sections all in the Midwest and the South where they be fucking the dog in the booty hole. And they are proud. They have it all over their shit. Ain't got no fucking shame. Got no fucking shame. Be cozying up to animals in all kind of inappropriate fucking ways. Be cozying up to animals in all kind of freaky ass fucking ways, okay? Before they get in anybody's fucking face and try to lie on black immigrants, lie to y'all, tell you that black immigrants eating cats and dogs. By the way, that ain't true. That ain't true. Remind his stupid ass that we got historical proof in modern day of y'all and eating every fucking goddamn thing. Eating and fucking and raping every fucking thing. Cats, dogs, llamas, eating and fucking and raping every fucking thing. Including the dogs, the cats, and human beings. Including human beings, okay? So until they can stop putting peanut butter on all their fucking shit for the dog to do all kind of freaky shit. Keep black people and black immigrants out your fucking mouth. Out of your fucking mouth if you fucking can. If you fucking can. Okay? You Donald Dahmer ass. Oh, Donald Dahmer ass. And that is all I have to say. Kiss our ass. They be licking the dog booty hole. And we got historical proof and modern day, okay? Donald Dahmer.
I don't know if you guys are listening to the debate, but once again, Trump is telling a whole bunch of lies. My thing is, where did the $1 trillion situation first came out? It came out of his administration. Yes, it started to get more because on the Biden administration, it had fell on their lap. Trump claimed that he was collecting all the people, them taxes from the foreign countries for monies which they owed. So if that was the case, then you wouldn't be $1 trillion. Okay? Make that make sense. With him, I need to see receipts because I have a feeling that this man allegedly was stealing money from the government. Okay? Yes, I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say allegedly. All right? Because if you was receiving money from the foreign countries that owed you money, then we would not be in a deficit. Yes, and we can't always blame COVID because no matter what, United States had insurance to back that up. Kamala said, first and foremost, during the Biden administration, she said that had fell on our lap. And that is the reason why it escalated that way. She said some of the contracts and the things that you did was already signed. So there was nothing that we can do because everything was under your administration. What people need to understand, when you take a placement of another administration, sometimes the things that the prior president have done, you have to continue it. And there's a law that states in that. It's called the Constitution, when it tells you the steps of what the protocol the president have to do. Now, the legislative branch, what they should have done, when after COVID, they should have put a cease and assist on these corporations and made them pay taxes to help save that they will not be in a deficit. But the PP loans and all the stuff was created from his administration. So Biden had no choice but to pre-list to let them continue on. Each of those senators had PP loans. How you have PP loans and owning businesses if you're a senator? And that's what she was saying. All his tax cuts that he claimed that the people that was giving tax cuts to the working class and the middle class people, he was giving tax cuts to his friends. Like I told you, if your friend, for example, owns real estate and owns businesses, Trump made it in a way where they can turn around and have an exemption for an X amount of years where they don't have to pay any taxes or pay little amount of taxes. And I'm glad that she pinned that point because I had said that previously in another video, but nobody seems to kind of correspond. Y'all are sitting there throwing the administration that is running right now and not looking at the faults that Trump did. And once again, he opened up his mouth and told a lot of lies. But I'm glad that Kamala said, yes, we're going to be paddling back and forth and saying words to each other, because she said, honestly, I'm not going to stand here and allow him to be lying like that. You know, no, for real. So I hope she really gives him some blood. No, for real. Because if I was in her position and you're blaming me for something that I didn't do with all motions on the side, I would let you have it. Okay. And you see, he's mad because she told him off. And you know what she should have done? She should have showed a PowerPoint, because he's a liar. It's the same thing with the borders. He's saying that all the migrants are here, right? But the migrants were here during his time, because he claimed that he had put some money towards the building of the wall. So why the wall was never fixed? And don't blame COVID, because COVID, everybody was doing their business and transaction when people were supposed to be on lockdown. All right. Legislators were making secret meetings and stuff when they were supposed to be in a lockdown. Trump signed a bipartisan to Netanyahu during the time of his office to give them agreement so that Jerusalem could be Israel's capital and claim ownership of the whole entire strip, including Gaza and Palestine. And Netanyahu said it in his speech that was made on behalf of the people that in the White House. So honestly, what she's saying, and I'm glad that, you know, she needs to bring her receipts to it. But once again, people are not going to listen. They're going to take the word of him and say, go Trump, because we're living with ignorance and we're living with lies, and the lies need to stop.
If you're still an undecided voter after this debate, please, respectfully, get the fuck out of my face. Last night, Donald Trump was a dumpster fire. He was unwired and unhinged, and Kamala Harris kept baiting him, and he kept taking a hook, line, and sinker. And I don't want to sit here and say that I told you so, but I told you so. For everybody sitting here saying, oh, Kamala Harris should do this, Kamala Harris should act like this, Kamala Harris should do this. In my last video, I said, Kamala Harris, just do you. The levels of experience that you have as being a prosecutor and a senator and a public servant, they have laid the groundwork for this moment. I had no doubts in you, Kamala Harris, because I know you. And I know your potential, and I know what you're capable of. America is finally catching up to what Kamala is actually all about. And speaking of what she's about, only one candidate actually talked about their policies and what plans they had going forward. She didn't have a concept of a plan like others.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan.
Let's talk about our plans and let's compare the plans. I have a plan to give startup businesses $50,000 tax deduction, to pursue their ambitions, their innovation, their ideas, their hard work. I have a plan, $6,000 for young families for the first year of your child's life, to help you in that most critical stage of your child's development. I have a plan that is about allowing people to be able to pursue what has been fleeting in terms of the American dream by offering a help with down payment of $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers.
I knew Kamala Harris was on some shit when she walked up to Trump and came behind his podium and said, "Hi, I'm Kamala Harris."
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
See, have fun.
Thank you.
Now, Trump, you really got tricked and bamboozled by this lady. Well, Tulsi lied to you several times and told you were confident and ready to debate Kamala Harris and was substantive about issues, but you're nothing like that. You're nothing of the sort. I mean, what preparation did she give you? Preparation 8, because of heavens and hemorrhoids, you got 2.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that, and clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. It is well known that he admires dictators. Why don't you tell the 800,000 Polish Americans right here in Pennsylvania how quickly you would give up for the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
And shout out to the moderators for fact checking and holding the candidates accountable, because David and Lindsay did their big one with this. I'm telling you right now, Dana Bash and Jake Tapper are probably crying in the car right now.
Crime in this country is through the roof, and we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
CNN is salty.
Attention, please. Y'all, we have to talk about this debate that happened on last night between the well-distinguished and educated black girl magic slash prosecutor slash vice president of these United States versus the habitual liar and 34-time felon, Code 45. Man, she wiped the floor with him last night. It wasn't even close. I mean, she played him like a fiddle, y'all, at each and every time. I mean, she literally put the bait out there every time, and he took it like a roach in a raid trap. Like cheese on a mouse trap. Every single time. But you know what? Y'all, she set the tone when she came out. She went straight directly to him and initiated that whole handshake because he had no desire to do that. She let him know front and center, this my stage tonight. And I truly indeed, I'm gonna own that ass. Man, when they asked him about his, healthcare plan, now keep in mind, y'all, this dude done had 9 years to come up with a healthcare plan. And y'all, he said that he said he didn't have a healthcare plan, but he had concepts of one. Y'all, a concept is an idea or general notion, aka his ass. He ain't got no plan for the American people, and he has had 9 years to come up with one, and he's my bad, y'all, I'm trying to hold this together. He said that he saved the Affordable Care Act when in fact, y'all, he did everything to kill it. Damn near 60 times, as a matter of fact. And when they brought up Project 2025, he said that he didn't know much about it. Well, that's not what your man's Shady Vance. That's not what he out here saying. Y'all, this man literally said this. They will go back to solar. They need a whole desert for solar. Then he said, I'm actually for solar. Y'all, this man said, and he stood on business when he said it. Haitians out here eating cats and dogs. He stood on business. He said that you can have abortion up to 9 months and after. What the hell? Who knew you could have an abortion when the kid is 2 years old? Shit. Now, to all you Trump supporters, y'all, Lord, Savior, and Thug in Chief, he was out here in these streets looking bad. I mean, raggedy as all get out. He straight took a L tonight. And truth be told, ain't no coming back from this. Stick a fork in him because he is done. And those would be facts on facts, on facts, on top of facts. Carry on.
Something that no one is pointing out is the anti-black violence that's going to be a result of everyone targeting Haitian immigrants all of a sudden. You feel what I'm saying? Like some fucking white supremacist idiot with a gun, like Dylan Roof. So your typical American citizen, actually, is going to commit some anti-black violence, a hate crime, on a Haitian person. I guarantee it, bro. This is America. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's probably going to happen soon, bro. So I'm only saying this to say, protect yourselves, bro. All of us in the African diaspora, bro, I don't give a fuck if you Haitian, Jamaican, African American, protect yourselves. Protect us. Feel what I'm saying?
I would say that Donald Trump has officially lost his mind, but honestly, you can't lose something that you never actually had. But the worst part is that after all of the crazy shit he said last night, they're giving illegal aliens in prison BBLs. They're doing abortions after babies are born. They're eating the cats and dogs in Springfield. I have a concept of a plan. There are people who watched that last night, and after every fucking thing he said, they were like this. They were just like, yup, he's taking it. Like, oh my God! Like, I know damn fucking well if half these people heard someone say the exact same thing, just a random person on the street, they would think that that person needed to be immediately committed. And you're telling me that you're gonna vote this man into fucking office? Bitch, be so fucking for real. It's the way that anyone with 2 working brain cells and isn't a loser like Jennifer Lynn Lopez can see that he did not answer a single fucking question last night. Almost every question the moderators asked, they said, all we need is a simple yes or no. He never gave a simple yes or no. And then they'll get on here and be like, oh, the moderators were biased. Like, no, bitch, he's a fucking liar, so they called him a fucking liar. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, fucking Affleck. Like, what do you like him for? What is the reason? What is the reason? What is the reason? I am about to crash out. What is the reason? I just really can't. I really fucking can't. I really can't. I really can't. I really fucking can't. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
We invite and receive respected world leaders. And this
Mother.
former president.
Number one, I wonder what she really wanted to say. What did she really want to call him? She almost had a Freudian slip. We almost had it through. Number two, she beat that man so bad last night. They're now running conspiracy theories saying that she's busted wearing earrings. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, though. The Twitter note got it right here. The vice president is wearing translucent pearl earrings sold by Tiffany and Company, and that's just crazy. But that's how bad he lost. Number three, Donald Trump worked them fact checkers harder than a Popeyes worker than a chicken frenzy. I'm talking about they was working. This takes me smooth into number four. Being fact checked is not the same thing as being jumped. You lying so much they had to call you out for your lies. That is not saying it was 1v3 because no, you was lying. They had to call you out on your lie. Number five, speaking of lies, I'm not sure what CNN say this one lie is, but I can assure y'all that it did not start on October 7th. I can assure y'all when it comes to the disproportionate response that state is having on Palestinians, it did not start on October 7th. It started in like 1948. Number six, y'all see how when they was talking about Ukraine, they was talking specifically about how the force to change territorial boundaries was something that they was concerned about. But when they was talking about the state that is doing what it's doing to Palestinians, they didn't give a damn about the force to change territorial boundaries. Something to think about. Number seven, he really said transgender operations on illegal aliens in prison. Lastly, like Shaheem said, that state should be allowed to finish the job versus we need a 2-state solution to be able to stop deleting civilians. These are 2 vastly different statements. I'm not going to ignore that.
With both the presidential as well as vice presidential nominee of the Republican parties pushing literal false information about Haitian immigrants eating animals, I, along with many of you, were probably like, where the fuck is this even coming from? If you guessed that this was coming from Yahtzees, you would be correct.
Nathaniel Higgers of Blood Tribe. I was at the head of the anti-Haitian immigration march earlier this month. I'm sure the Honorable Mr. Rob Rue recognizes me, considering he supposedly knew of our action before we even arrived. First of all, I would like to dispel the myth that you knew of our march and intentionally had no reaction or made no forewarning about it as a preventative measure. You had no more idea than the police officers or Haitians. And it's frankly insulting to our organization to make such a claim. Second, I've come to bring a word of warning. Stop what you're doing before it's too late. Crime and savagery will only increase with every Haitian you bring in. And with it, public frustration and anger.
You sound threatening to me.
Based on the comments
if I could ask the police to go ahead.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you that.
Just sound threatening if you go ahead and just peacefully be removed.
These people didn't ask for this.
I wanted to share with you guys both those articles and that video because a number of you, even if you consider yourself a liberal or somebody who's on the left, you are actively pushing nationalist rhetoric, anti-immigrant rhetoric, the same rhetoric that literal Yahtzees are using. I'm going to tag down below a video that I made not too long ago about this, about how we are seeing a shift to the right as it relates to immigration. So many of you have got to recognize that not only now are Republicans using full-blown racist, bigoted, anti-immigration sentiment whenever they fucking can, whether or not it's on a debate stage or at a rally, but that Democrats are also pushing anti-immigrant rhetoric. Literally, Kamala Harris is now saying we need to be strong on borders. We need to be strong on border security. When just a couple years ago, Dems were saying that no one is illegal. I desperately, desperately, desperately need people to recognize the signs of when you are being peddled literal Yahtzee propaganda. And instead of falling victim to it because you feel frustrated by whatever group is desperately pleading with us as Americans to stop bombs dropping on their people or the unaliving of their children and minds or what have you, instead of you getting mad at those people for having the audacity to voice their concerns, their extremely valid concerns, maybe let's go after our politicians who are right now trying to peddle to us across all the aisles, across both sides, that immigrants are the problem and not them, not the politicians themselves.
If I send this to you, just know I'm confused. Just know anything that just came out of your mouth is very much confusion to me. And I'm wondering about your mental acuity. I'm wondering, are you well? I'm wondering, are you deranged and do you need psychiatric review? I'm wondering if neurons are firing correctly. I'm wondering if you know where you are, or if you know that you're actually talking to me, or do you think you're talking to someone else? Like, what's going on in your mind? If I send you this, I am confusion through and through. I'm confused on how you got here. I'm confused on why I'm still talking to you. I'm confused on the level of support that you have based on the things that come out of your mouth. If I send this to you, especially this one, I am confused. And whatever you just said don't make a lick of sense. And I'm really concerned about your mental acuity and well-being.
So Trump vice president said that Haitians eat pets. And this is who y'all want to vote for? Out of all the problems that we have in the world, this guy decided to make the executive decision to say publicly how stupid he was. This is who y'all want in the office? I'm Haitian, and I think that shit is so freaking stupid. I can't even be mad.
Whether you like Kamala Harris or not, you have to be delusional if you don't think that she destroyed that man on that debate. I've seen a lot of debates, bro. I ain't never seen somebody get cooked like that. That was bad. That was bad. Yo, she baited him so many times. He fell for it every single time. Trump supporters, you guys are cooked. Did this man just tell the world that we eat dogs, bro? Was he talking about Mexicans, Haitians, Dominican? Was he talking about Haitians?
The people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager said no evidence of that.
So this is all I got from this speeches. Trust me, I'm sure you all saw the debate. It was really great. Kamala Harris did a great job, I must say. And the fact that I was all over social media trying to see what people were saying while I was at work, trying to catch up and all that. The truth is that some people are not truthful. And at the same time, they do not also want to tell themselves the truth, like the people that older millennium. You saw him and one black guy. That man is a coon. He is always tap dancing for, right? I didn't know the television, some of them what, because I was just like, going around trying to see what is going on and what people are saying. It looks like some people's television is different from, or what people watched, some people watched yesterday is different from what other people watched yesterday. I see a lot of them coming out to say Trump did a great, Trump nailed it, that Kamala Harris. Some people, okay, you all do not understand that this woman is a prophet. She is an orator. I don't know if you understand that, right? Even if I do not see anything great about Kamala Harris, I am going to tell you that she is really very brilliant. And you can also see it from her appearance and the way she talked, right? I mean, she's been doing this public service job for a longer time. It's not a thing of today. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So based on the debate, a lot was that, she talked about the economy. She talked about women, like abort and this. She talked about so many things, her policies and all that, which I think was not bad, right? And housing, and also she talked about family, raising family, immigration, how she's also going to tighten the border. She really did say a whole lot, right? Which I am okay, at least other people getting to know her policy and all that. She was really on point, and she was at the same time very polite. And she was polite, Yeah, so Donald Trump really I didn't know what is going on around him, and how you all already remember that for a while, there has been a lot of rumors or like some things going on, like the Venezuela gang that you all saw going on, which was actually not true, right? That was all made up and all that. And then all of a sudden, the Haitians, how did Donald Trump started talking about his policy, and he started talking about Springfield, how they are eating your pets and your cats, and is he really for real? Like, of all things to talk about, of all things bothering US, the only thing he came out to, not the only, what he came out to talk about was people eating, what is it called? Dogs and cats. And do you know, to my greatest surprise, I also went through some people's comment section only to see that some gullible people also believe what he said. From the look of things, there are things some people are known with, right? There are some things some people are not known with. Haitians are not known, with eating dogs and cats, right? And this is actually a fallacy. This is a lie. And how they come up with all this is something that, they come up with this and look for a way to use it to disorganize some people's policy or campaign. This is really not a new thing. If you are into politics, you definitely will understand you're opposition party, especially when they are very cunning, right? They definitely will come up with different things to make sure they bring it down, right? But generally, I think that is really crazy, like how they came up with all that. And of all things bothering us, it is the cats and dogs. I mean, I understand dogs are human best friends, cats are people's pets and all that, but that is not bothering anybody, you know. And some people are not eating anybody's cat and dog. I mean, we all can look for something else to talk about, but that one, let's just remove that by the side. So general, okay, in overall, I am sure some of you can actually see your favorites. I mean, the people that you've been rooting for. I mean, the truth is that some people are blinded, right? Some people already know that some people are not good, or somebody is not good for them, but they still want to put their head there till whenever. But I think it is not late for some people to make a U-turn. But then in overall, I am wishing everybody well, and I hope, I mean, like, you know, it's really a great, yeah. See you all in my next video, and let me know what you all think in the comment section. Bye for now.